This is a real cold call from a salesperson who is selling a contact and lead database type of service. He does a couple of really good things on this cold call, and there is just one small change he could make that would drastically improve his results, and we will outline all of that right after the call recording.
Hey, Michael, this is Peyton with. How's it going today?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. So the reason my call is that I saw you took a free trial with us a while back. This familiar, ring any bells to you?
Yep.
Awesome. So the reason why I was calling, just want to see if you actually had 20 minutes sometime today, check out a quick walkthrough of the platform, show you some features we necessarily don't show on that free trial, and set you up some more free access as well.
I'm familiar with your platform. I'm really not looking to do anything right now, but if I do, you're at the top of my list.
Hey, perfect. Appreciate that. I also want to see, are you guys doing any outreach at all right now? Any lead generation currently?
We are not.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, how do you go about growing the business there?
Primarily inbound marketing, content marketing.
Okay, so is that mainly email campaigns or kind of word of mouth there?
Email campaigns, search engine optimization, content marketing through videos, social media.
Okay, obviously a great way to do business there. If you don't mind me asking, so where do you guys get those emails for those email campaigns then?
Capture them through the website.
Okay, so it's a lot more of the warmer leads for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, no problem. And have you guys thought about doing any outreach kind of in the future or soon?
Yeah, we've done it from time to time, just not doing it right now.
Okay, all right, no problem, Michael. I appreciate your time, though, but I don't see it as being a good fit for both of us here right now.
All right. I appreciate the call.
Yeah, no problem. You have a good one.
This salesperson did a great job at how he responded to the prospect's main objection. The prospect basically used some version of, "I'm not interested." And the salesperson deflected this objection by asking questions. Not only is this great because it helps to keep the call going and gets you away from the objection that the prospect is saying or using, but it also helps you to learn more about the prospect and gather valuable information. The questions this salesperson asked are what we would call current state questions, which are questions that help you to learn more about what the prospect is doing in the area where you have something to sell. Another category of questions you could ask are what we call pain questions, which are questions that help to identify if the prospect has any of the challenges or pain points your product or service can help with. Asking questions like these help you to find a reason to talk more with the prospect. And when you do that, you can go back to the close and use the information you uncovered as a justification for talking more, and you can close the prospect on having an appointment on another day, scheduling a meeting, showing them a demo, or simply having a longer conversation. And to actually show you how this works with this specific salesperson, the salesperson asked a really good question of, "Have you thought about doing any outreach in the future or anytime soon?" And then the prospect responded by saying that they run campaigns from time to time, but not really doing anything right now. The salesperson could have used that information that he uncovered by asking a good question and use that to go back to the close by saying something like, "Oh, I see. Well, it still might make sense for us to have a brief call or brief conversation where I can show you a quick demo of some of the features of our platform. That way, when you do reach a point where you're ready to do a campaign again, you can know what options are available and how our platform can help you." Can we put a brief call on the calendar? It doesn't have to be today or next week. Let's just put something on the calendar in the future and have that quick conversation. But the real area for improvement for this salesperson is that right out of the gate on the cold call, he tried to close the prospect for the next step in his sales process. I actually refer to this as a quick close, which is we're not going to ask any questions. We're not going to talk about anything. Just right out of the gate, we're asking the prospect if they're available for a call on another day. And I guess with some products or in some situations, that can be a good way to go. I personally think a better way to go is to ask a few questions before you go for the close. And if we apply that to this salesperson, he's calling a prospect that signed up for a free trial. A great thing to do is to ask questions about how the free trial went. Did you get a chance to use it? Anything that you liked or that went really well? Was there anything that did not go well? And a very powerful question to ask is to ask what motivated that prospect to sign up for the free trial in the first place. Not only does this approach drastically improve the impression the salesperson makes and makes the cold call more warm and engaging, but the information gathered can be extremely valuable to the salesperson for figuring out which way to go. You might learn that the prospect didn't even have time to use the free trial. And with that, instead of trying to close for another meeting and demo, it might make sense to give the prospect more time with the free trial. Or you might learn that everything went great with the free trial and the prospect loves it. And you can skip the whole step of scheduling a demo and go for the close of trying to get the prospect to sign up right there on the cold call. And these questions are actually what we refer to as customer check-in questions. And you could use these for free trials, but you could also use these same questions for calling existing customers and trying to cross-sell and upsell additional products and services. And if you like that approach and you want to add more questions to your sales efforts, but you're not sure what questions to ask for your product or service, we actually have a tool that all you have to do is plug in the product or service you sell and enter the target audience that you're communicating with or trying to sell to. And the software will use AI to create an optimum set of things to say and ask for your product or service. It will create the features you can discuss, ways you might be different, your benefits, your pain points, pain questions, and current state questions. Each of these sets of bullet points are what we refer to as your building blocks. And then the software mixes and matches your building blocks to create a whole library of sales scripts. Actually, in our library of sales scripts, one of the scripts that's created is a customer check-in script, which is actually the script that this salesperson could have used for cold calling free trial users. And the script will outline all the different sets of questions that you could ask when you're making that call and all the different responses to be prepared with for the different objections that can come up when cold calling. And that is pretty much it. If you have any questions or want more information, the best place to go is salescriptor.com. Thanks for being here. Hope this was helpful, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.